Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite cozy, comforting gourmand fragrances that I'll be wearing this fall and winter. And I felt like this was the perfect video to come back and film in my room, take it back old school. I am in the throes of perfume right now. Like, perfume is getting my money, it's getting my coin left and right. And I just figured, why not share with you guys all the perfumes that I'll be wearing. And I'm sure they're gonna change because I'm getting new ones in my collection like way too frequently. So yeah, I have to tell you guys, vanilla is probably my favorite. It's not even a probably. Vanilla is my favorite note in perfumery. If it's a vanilla scent, I'm on it. I like it most of the time. And I've been noticing that most of my collection like has some sort of vanilla note in every perfume, and I'm just accepting it. You know, I'm gonna accept it. I'm not gonna force myself to go out and buy fragrances that I don't like just for the sake of not having vanilla in it. Please. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for this video. Let's get into it. Before we start with these fragrances, I do want to share a body butter that I've been using. I'm sure you guys already know. This Fenty body butter, what is it called? I'm sorry, it's not a body butter, it's a Butta Drop. Excuse me. This Fenty Butta Drop, I have been dropping it on my skin left and right. You can tell by the packaging that this is limited edition because most of their stuff comes in that like lavendery color. This is actually not my first Butta Drop. I've had the original one. I returned it. I didn't like it. I don't know what it was, y'all. It felt great going on my skin. And then after a while, I kind of felt like my skin didn't have that like supple richness that I like to feel in my skin. And I kind of felt like it absorbed into my skin way too fast. And maybe, you know, maybe it was me. Maybe I needed more water. Maybe my skin was dry. I didn't like it. And on top of that, I did not like how it smelled. Something about the fragrance did not sit well with my nose and I had to get rid of it. However, this one right here, the girls were not lying, okay? There's a lot of hype about this. The girls aren't lying. It's good. It's good. This literally smells like cinnamon brown sugar cinnamon rolls. It smells like cinnamon rolls that you would be baking in the oven. Not the pre-bought ones, but the ones that you gotta bake. It's giving bakery, for sure. And I also feel like the texture on this one is a little bit richer and like I can feel it on my skin longer than the original one. Also, this formula, you wouldn't be able to tell in here, of course, but it does have like small gold micro shimmers. It's not an aggressive shimmer, but the shimmer is definitely present. You can see it, especially when you're out in the sun. It's reflective, but it's not over the top. It's very subdued, very minimal shimmer. It would be really nice in the summertime on your legs, your shoulders, and it feels really good on my skin. It gets away the hand ash that I typically suffer from. So anyway, I know you're probably like, why are you bringing this up? I brought this one up because I feel like this is a great layering tool for most of the fragrances that I'm gonna mention. There's only one in this collection that I feel like, maybe not. But other than that, girl, I be putting it on, okay? I haven't gone over the top and bought multiple at Sephora. I'm not doing that because I feel like this is gonna last me a long time, and I low-key feel like it's not gonna be limited edition. Too many people love it, and I think that Fenty is gonna end up making it permanent. We'll see. So now let's go ahead and move on to the fragrances because that's what y'all are here for. The first fragrance I'm mentioning is probably borderline gourmand. I wouldn't say it's like a complete gourmand fragrance. In my opinion, when I smell it, I mostly smell something that I could eat, something that smells like a snack. And this is Signature by Montblanc. Smells so hold on, let me get a whiff. That's good. The packaging is everything. Like, the packaging literally looks like what it smells like. Does that make sense? By the way, this is the fragrance that I said that I would not pair with the Fenty body butter because I feel like it would probably clash. This fragrance for me is a really good everyday fragrance that I could wear during the day. The notes in this perfume are clementine, magnolia, ylang ylang, peony, vanilla, white musk, and benzoin. For me, immediately when I smell this, I immediately can smell the clementine. To me, it was like reading as orange, and I don't even like oranges, y'all. I'm not a big orangey, citrusy kind of girl, but it's like a creamy vanilla, like an orange creamsicle. That's what it smells like to me, but fresh. Like you just stepped out of the shower and you used orange creamsicle bath soap, and there's like a vanilla base at the bottom. Musk is in the base notes, but I don't really pull that much musk from this fragrance, and I'm not a musky kind of girl. Musk to me sometimes makes me like This for me is the perfect everyday scent, hence why it's called Signature. I mean, duh. I also feel like this fragrance is perfect for any time of year. Like, it's not restricted to one season, but right now I'm heavily enjoying it, and I know that I'm gonna enjoy it in the spring and summer because it's light enough to be able to withstand that kind of weather. You can wear this fragrance any time of year and still be that girl, okay? I've gotten a ton of compliments on this, and the price point, we don't pay full price for this, okay? Because if you're going to get it at Nordstrom's, you played yourself. The discount sites literally have this perfume for, I wanna say, under $50. I have the 1.7 fluid ounce, and I got this for under $50. So yeah, if you got this at Nordstrom or you're thinking about going to a department store to pick it up, don't even try it. Don't do that to yourself. I also have seen people compare this to Initio's Musk Therapy, and in my last fragrance video, I did tell you guys that I smelled Musk Therapy and I was not impressed. So I don't know, if this is a cheaper version of Musk Therapy, then I would say check it out, get your nose on it, let me know what you think. And even if you bought it online and you decided that you didn't like it, you can gift it. It's a Christmas gift, okay? Here's the atomizer. Look how it sprays. Beautiful. Oh, that smells good. All right, there's that. Let's move on to the next fragrance. Now the next fragrance, y'all, you have to know this fragrance, and if you don't know this fragrance, then you are late, like I'm late. But I just got this as a birthday present, and I told you guys that I was gonna get this fragrance. I had to slow down because I was going ham. I was using far too much, and we already have a little dent in here, and it's making me uncomfortable. We gotta hold off, okay? I'm trying to make this last. But this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. This was a birthday present from my sister, and they also do engrave these if you order it directly from the brand. This is also another really good everyday fragrance. I feel like it's signature scent worthy, but you can also dress this up. I feel like Montblanc is mostly for daytime, whereas this I feel like is more diverse, and I can wear it day, night, date, girls' night, club. I can wear this fragrance literally anywhere, which is why y'all see I've been using it a lot. So the notes in this one are vanilla, amber, musk, woodsy notes, juniper berries, nutmeg, coriander. I feel like when I sniff it from the bottle, the first thing that I can smell is musk, like a lot of musk. And I told y'all I'm not really a musk girl, so this is like an exception to the rule for me, because I do get a lot of musk with this fragrance, especially as it wears throughout the day. If you don't like musk, then I don't know, you might want to sample it first. But when I spray this, immediately I smell juniper berries, so I feel like that's probably a top note. The vanilla and the nutmeg also pull through, which makes it a gourmand fragrance in my eyes. And there's also woodsy notes in here, but I don't really pick up too much of the woods at all. When I spray this though, I just feel like, I feel rich, y'all. I feel rich because it just smells like such a classy scent. Like it just gives you grown. Not too grown where you're like out of date and out of touch, but like grown and sophisticated. And I do want to add, like for me personally, I love this fragrance. When I wore this fragrance, and I've worn it a lot, I didn't get too many compliments wearing it. I got more compliments wearing Montblanc than this. So if you're one of those people that wears fragrances and you like to get compliments, for me, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't around the right people. You know how sometimes when people just don't want to compliment your fragrance? Y'all know them people that just don't want to say anything. They know you smell good, but they want to try to ignore it. You know the smell smack you right in the face, okay? Please. I still wear this all the time. I'm trying to slow down my usage because I don't want to run out too fast. But even when I do run out, this is definitely a fragrance that I would repurchase. We're moving on. This fragrance right here is the most expensive fragrance in my collection. I got it on a discount site. I did not go to Saks. I did not go to Neiman's. No. We went on the discount site and we found it for an affordable price. I went to a reputable site, I'll have you know, because I couldn't see myself spending upwards of $400 on a fragrance. So I got a little discount, and that's how we did that. This Bond Tribeca, woo, and this is actually my second Bond fragrance. I got two now, so you know I really feel like that girl. This fragrance does not have vanilla in it, but it almost has like a chocolatey smell to it. The notes in this fragrance, top notes, hazelnut and cacao. I'm a hazelnut girl. Okay, hazelnut frappuccino, hazelnut this, hazelnut that, hazelnut chocolate, whatever. I like hazelnut. Cacao is like that cocoa-ish kind of thing that gives me that chocolatey vibe. The middle notes are jasmine, sambac, and cedar. So I definitely smell the jasmine and I smell the woods, but the base notes, caramel, ambroxan, and moss. These notes put together make it very similar to Baccarat. Now, before we continue with talking about this fragrance, I do want to humbly apologize to all of the Baccarat girlies, okay? Because I have had a change of sniff. I I've had a change of heart. I don't know what happened. I was at Saks one day and I was looking around at the Bond fragrances, and one of the sales associates sprayed Baccarat extrait on my arm, and I had a life-changing experience. That was the first time I've actually sprayed that fragrance on my skin, and I smelled it and I was like, okay, it's better than what I've smelled on the paper. On skin it smelled good, but when I got in the car and I drove off, and throughout the day I was getting whiffs, I'm sorry. I apologize. I will probably have Baccarat extrait in my collection very soon. I come humbly, graciously. Baccarat girlies, please forgive me, okay? Back to this. This smells very similar to Baccarat, but it has that caramel note in this that makes it more gourmand. I feel like Baccarat extrait, Baccarat, the regular one, is definitely more floral and it's a little bit more linear. This one definitely transforms a little bit more on the skin as you wear it. And I also let my mom smell this one, and I let some other people in my family smell this. And the first thing that my family members smelled was coconut. And I also did get like a coconut smell the first time I wore it, but then as I started to like really enjoy the fragrance and it like started developing on my skin, I could smell all of the notes, but they're blended together so well. Like I could definitely describe really well how this smells, where there's some fragrances that you can't really describe because all the notes kind of blend into one. This takes you on a journey. Takes you on a journey, and it smells so good. I don't really smell coconut anymore when I smell this. The first thing I smell is caramel. I smell the ambroxan, I smell jasmine, I smell hazelnut. The only thing that I can't really pick up is the moss, because maybe I'm just not familiar with that note. This also makes me feel very elevated, and I've gotten several compliments on this fragrance. Now, the best compliment that I got while wearing this, I was at Starbucks, pulled up to the drive-thru. When I let the window down, the girl had her mask on, and she literally jumped back and was like, girl, you smell good. So the projection on this fragrance is great. People around you are definitely gonna be able to smell you, and the fact that she smelled me from inside Starbucks with a mask on, it told me everything I needed to know. Now, would I ever tell you guys to purchase this full price? Absolutely not. If you can find this on a discount site, find it. Get your nose on this one and let me know what y'all think of this. Even though you can't see the dent inside, I've used a lot of this fragrance, and I will say when I run out of this, I will repurchase this again. Also wanted to mention really fast with the packaging, y'all can see this packaging, it's beautiful, right? They started doing this white business here instead of the clear. Not my vibe. I mean, it looks nice because this bottle is white. It's okay, but I do like the clear tops that my other Bond fragrance came with. The other one that I have is Greenwich Village, and that one came with a clear top. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering why it looks like that. Now, before I move on to my next fragrance, I do have to bring up my vanilla musk oil from Nemat. This you can pick up at Ulta, and I think you can probably pick it up at Whole Foods. Y'all see how much of this I've used? And I've mentioned this before in one of my videos, I think. This stuff is such a good layering tool for fragrances, especially vanilla fragrance. And by the way, when you first buy it, the oil is definitely not this dark. So this is macerated over time, and it's really been able to sit and like develop in here. And I feel like now that I've had it for so long and the oil is darker, it's gotten sweeter. Even sweeter than it was before. Before I was able to pick up some of the musk, but now it's just like slight musk, sweet vanilla. But the reason that I'm bringing this up, I've been layering this with my next perfume. I do wear this alone sometimes on days where I want to be casual, have an intimate scent, not really project all over the place, because this is not going to project. It's definitely very intimate. There's no sillage. It's not, you're not really going to be smelled to those around you unless they come in close for like a hug. But hold on. This right here, with this, dupes. This is the Maison Mataha. I don't even know if I said that right. This is the Maison Mataha Escapade Gourmande, and this fragrance has been making its rounds on the internet. I had to pick it up partially because of FOMO and because I also like how it smells. This right here is literally the liquid version of this oil, but stronger. And I feel like together, match made in heaven. By itself, she's cute, she's subtle. By herself, she's cute, she's moderate. Together, beautiful. I'm sorry, but the packaging, it's doing something for me. I don't know what it is. This packaging is heavy, it's weighted, the cap is heavy. This feels like good quality, okay? This is, I wanna say like $215. This is a 3.4 ounce fragrance, so you definitely get a lot in here. This is very much linear vanilla, okay? It's not taking you on a roller coaster. It's not taking you on a ride. There's not gonna be much of like a deep experience while wearing this. When I smell this fragrance, immediately I think of ice cream shop, homemade vanilla ice cream. I think of homemade vanilla ice cream and I think of like a creme brulee type of deal, like that burnt sugar vibe. It's not really giving me baked goods too much. To me, this is not like a warm vanilla. It's like a custardy, not warm. Is that a such thing as a cool vanilla? Is that a thing? I don't even really know how to explain this, but it's more airy, it's light. So here are the notes for this fragrance. Top notes, sugarcane. Middle notes, vanilla, tonka bean. The base notes, benzoin and musk. Very simple fragrance, not extra. Like I said, it's not gonna take you on a ride. It's very linear and it's a straightforward vanilla scent. Very, very sugary. I would say that this is probably the sweetest fragrance that I do have in my collection at this point. But to me, it's like that burnt black sugar, not like a white sugar to me at all. And by the way, I picked this up at a fragrance bar called Indie House. And Indie House is such an experience. You go there to buy all your like niche fragrances. The way that you smell the fragrances in there is just like, it's a really nice experience. The staff is knowledgeable. The lady that works there, her name is Nancy, and I literally love her because she's so friendly. She remembers me every time I come in, and she knows a lot about fragrance, but she just has like the best personality. So when I first smelled this and they first got it in the store, I was kind of just like, okay. So I sprayed it on myself, did the things. Put it on my neck, my wrist, and then I left. And I just wanted to sample and see what it was like throughout the day. And as I was wearing it, like I caught myself like sniffing myself throughout the day because I did like how it smelled, right? But I still wasn't like super, super impressed. I got home and I was just like, you know what? Let me layer another perfume over it just to see how it does. And I'm gonna show y'all that layering combination in a minute. But when I went to the mall that day, I was in the Fenty store. I was window shopping in Fenty and I was having the time of my life. The sales rep there was like, girl, what do you have on? And I told her what I had on, but I didn't mention that I had this fragrance because I didn't think that she could smell it. But then I thought about it later and I was like, it was the layering combo. That's what it was. It was the combo. So immediately I went back and I purchased it because it smells good. I found that I was really enjoying myself while wearing this fragrance, so I was like, I need to go ahead and pick it up and stop being stingy. And I also had a gift card when I got this. This was one of those fragrances where I did kind of have to decide whether or not I wanted to fork out the money for something that was just so simple. And that's the best way I can describe this. It's a very simple vanilla for people that don't want to be extra. But then I was like, I had a $200 gift card. Yeah, so I would say if you want this as a Christmas gift, this is a perfect Christmas gift, but I'm not sure that I would be like in line to throw my money at this perfume. You know what I mean? I think before you make any blind buy purchases, you should definitely smell this before you buy it. However, I do think if you like linear vanillas, this is a very safe blind buy purchases. It's not gonna take you by surprise when you smell it, but if you're expecting something more, it could be a little underwhelming. But I know I'm gonna be wearing this out. I'm gonna wear this out. And I also do think that this is probably gonna be a fragrance that a lot of men like on women. So it's very soft, it's not obnoxious at all, smells good. Now we need to move on, okay? We gotta move on. This fragrance right here caused a lot of ruckus. It caused commotion. It caused a frenzy. This is a new release, it's hot off the press. A lot of people feel some kind of way about this fragrance, but I gotta say, this smells so good. I don't care what nobody has to say about this. I care not. I care noteth. I'm not gonna agree with you if you try to dog this out in my comment section, okay? I can't. I didn't even tell y'all what it's called. This is Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli, the latest and greatest release from Kayali. Let's just say I haven't always had the best experience with Kayali fragrances. I have Vanilla 28, as you can see. I have put a healthy dent in here because I be spraying it up because she don't be lasting long, okay? The lasting power in here is it's weak. A lot of people wanted a more intense version of Vanilla 28. Because Vanilla 28 is such a beautiful vanilla fragrance and it just doesn't stick around, we needed something that was gonna be a little bit more heavy hitting and give us the same experience but longer. Well, Kayali tried to do that, and I mean, I wouldn't exactly say she smells like Vanilla 28, okay? Because she doesn't. It's in the name, Sugared Patchouli. This is a very patchouli strong, smack you in your face, like punch you right in the nose. Patchouli. oud. Not vanilla 28. Like, that's the kind of fragrance this is, but it's strong, okay? The last video that I did, and I mentioned Kayali fragrance, it was Love Fest. The girls were saying that this was the best cherry fragrance, but the problem with that was that that cherry fragrance lasted for all of 20 minutes on my skin. That's a no-no for me, okay? If I'm buying a fragrance, I don't care how much it is. You're not gonna be staying around for 10 minutes and then dwindling off into the abyss. Like, that's not how this is gonna work. You're gonna have to stick around. I haven't been the most impressed by Kayali's performance. This right here, I'm not gonna say this is super beast mode, but it's close to a beast mode fragrance. I'm not gonna give it quite beast mode, but she is close. This is the strongest Kayali fragrance that I have tried, and I love this fragrance. I have never considered myself to be like a patchouli girl. Patchouli to me can be like a little bit too earthy, you know, too close, a little too close to Mother Nature for me. It's a little too outdoorsy, a little too dirty sometimes. But I only get the patchouli for like the opening of the fragrance. I don't get the patchouli for the entire life of the fragrance while it's on my skin. But let me explain what it was like for me the first time I sprayed this perfume. When I first got the perfume, of course, I liked the packaging. I don't love the packaging, but I like the packaging. It's not my favorite. For some reason, I think I just like the clear better. But besides the packaging, I sprayed it, and the first thing that I thought was, smells like vanilla 28. That was the first thing that I thought. I wore it and I was like, whew, okay, I'm getting the rum. Rum was there, she was there. Smelled oud, not too much oud though. It wasn't overly oudy, you know? It wasn't too deep, too masculine at all. But I did smell vanilla 28 with like added rum and a little bit of patchouli. I didn't smell a lot of patchouli at all. The second time I wore it, I was like, okay, what is this greenery up in here? Like, I was starting to smell patchouli. And I feel like now that I've had this perfume for like a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever, from the bottle, I smell patchouli immediately. Like, the patchouli just seems like it got stronger. That's the note that I noticed the most in this fragrance. I smell patchouli, rum, brown sugar, vanilla, and I feel like that's kind of where it stops for me. I don't really pick up any of the leather in this fragrance. I'm not picking up leather. There's leather in here, but there are a ton of notes in this fragrance that makes it very, very complex. Maybe my nose is just not picking everything up like one by one, but together this is so much more complex than vanilla 28. It is so much more elevated, it's so much more grown. I do feel like this is not a crowd pleaser scent. This is not something that everybody around you is gonna like. Although, I have gotten the most compliments wearing this perfume, I think, than any other perfume that I've ever worn. Crazy. Since the time that I have gotten this perfume, I have gotten so many compliments on this fragrance. Let me go ahead and tell you guys what the notes are though. Top notes, rum, vanilla orchid, and jasmine. I don't pick up any jasmine. The middle notes, vanilla, leather, spicy notes. That's the other thing. It does have a nice spice to it. Creme brulee. I don't pick up creme brulee. Tonka bean and rose, and I definitely don't get any of the rose in this fragrance at all. And then the base notes are patchouli, brown sugar, agar wood, sugar, amber, and musk. As this fragrance dries down, because there is a very big difference between the initial spray and the dry down, the dry down on this fragrance is so beautiful. It's like 20 times better than the initial spray. And if you have this fragrance and you tried it and you immediately like disliked it, just let it dry down. Let it sit on your skin before you judge it. The dry down is smooth. It's kind of boozy, spicy, vanilla. That's when I smell the vanilla 28. There's similarities in the dry down, initial spray. They don't know each other. But in the dry down, it's like, okay, we're related. I'm also gonna insert some clips where I have my family members smell this and give me their first impressions on this scent in comparison to this one, because I know a lot of people are just like, well, you might as well just stick with vanilla 28. But I'm gonna insert some clips of my family members giving their first impressions and saying which one they like more, because I feel like that's more important, like to know how multiple people feel about a fragrance. Sometimes when you're around so many different fragrances, like you can kind of become like a fragrance snob and you just know a little too much, but the average person don't know nothing. So we're gonna see what they think. I'm gonna spray this one on my right side, and then I'm gonna use this original on the left. Then I'm gonna do. Alright, I'll do a little extra on this side because I can like barely smell that one now. Savannah is gonna be the first person. These are the two fragrances, and I'm gonna have her sniff both sides. Tell me which one you like or what you think about each.
Oh, that smells good.
Okay.
I like the first one more.
Wait, let it dry down a little bit, love.
No.
No.
I like the first one more.
I want to.
Okay, Fee, you tell me what you think, hon. Smell right here on my wrist.
Good.
Good. What about this one?
Good.
Which one do you like?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
All right, here. Open the bottles. Tell me what you smell.
Oh, it has patchouli in it. That's why I don't like it.
You don't like patchouli?
No.
Do you smell it like...
Ugh.
Do you smell it like front and center?
Yeah, this one's better.
Okay, I'm gonna come back in like 20 minutes when this dries down because it changes once it dries down. It's not as patchouli strong. It's supposed to be a more intense version of that. Does it smell like a more intense version or no?
They both smell like vanilla, but I like this one more.
Sir, are you willing to give me your feedback on camera? Okay. I have two separate perfumes, one on each arm. Sniff both. Tell me what you think. Thoughts?
I like it. It smells sweet.
Okay.
The right arm is sweet and strong. The left arm is sweet, but it's on the lighter side.
On the lighter side? Which one do you like more?
Let me one more time. That's like vanilla-ish.
Which one do you like more though?
One more time. I like that one better.
This one's better.
Right arm.
Okay.
Which is what?
You like this one more still?
I like the right arm.
Cool.
This one's just lighter.
But this one is way stronger, right?
That one smells more like vanilla. That one doesn't smell too vanilla-ish.
It doesn't smell like vanilla at all to
It
you?
smells sweet, but that one, the left arm smells like vanilla.
But this one is supposed to be a more intense version of this.
Yeah, it smells stronger.
But you said this doesn't smell like vanilla.
No, it doesn't. Not to me.
Okay. Thank you for your kind words, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, this is the true vanilla hater right here. But smell this side. One more time, sniff. She's not a fan already. Face is crumpled up. Which one do you like more?
I hate them both.
All right, great. Great. What'd you say?
If I was forced to make a choice, the one on this side at least was a little calmer. That one was very strong and obnoxious.
Okay. Back for the dry down.
I still don't like it. I don't like patchouli at all.
What does it smell like to you?
Patchouli.
How would you describe it?
Baby powder.
Okay. Smell this arm. Now smell this arm. Like my wrist. Which one is better, or which one do you like more?
One more time.
My wrist, or near my wrist, or further.
Okay. That one.
This side? Okay. Do they smell similar?
No, not to me.
You can spray it if you want to, or you can.
It's a woman thing.
That one is, yeah. You can spray it in the air if you don't want to spray yourself.
I'm not in the well get the fun. We get the full effect, right?
Which one?
Not that one.
You don't like this?
No.
This is the one that you picked originally.
I don't like
You
it
picked
on
this
me.
one.
I liked it right there. If this is your left, I just put it on my left, and it does not smell the same.
Okay, so that's your final answer. You like this one more?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it more on me. Yeah.
Bryce likes this one. He likes the stronger one. Her face.
Only because it has patchouli.
All right. You smelled this after it's dried down for an hour. What do you think?
I think it smells better. But you didn't let me explain my story. There's a girl at my job, and all she does is rub patchouli all over her. And the first time she came into my job, I was like,
Okay, but does this smell like patchouli now? Or
not
more vanilla?
anymore, but at first I didn't like it.
But now you like it.
Yes.
So you've changed your sentiments. It's not disgusting anymore?
No.
What do you think about this side now?
Can't really well, I can smell it, but not as much as that one.
Which one's better? Savannah, which one's better?
I like that one after, but I like that one before, so I don't know.
The layering combo that I had on when I got that good compliment from the sales rep at Fendi. These two together, Vanilla Royale is supposed to have a creme brulee note, and I don't really pick it up. And this has that creme brulee kind of feel, that custardy kind of thing. Together, I put this one on first, and then I put this one. These two are a match made in heaven. Just like Vanilla 28, this can be used the same way to enhance any other fragrance because it's so linear. This is great for layering. But these two together, if you have not tried this, and if you have both, just try it. It is the most beautiful vanilla, cozy, like inviting scent. These two, I'm telling y'all, together, amazing. So those are my gourmand fragrance recommendations for the fall and winter, and I'm gonna be spraying it up. I'm gonna be smelling like a decadent snack. So that about wraps this video up. Those are all of the good, comforting, gourmand, vanilla type fragrances that I can recommend for fall and winter. If you guys have any other recommendations, make sure you guys leave it in the comments, because I love testing out different fragrances. And although I'm trying to like slow down, I'm open. So if you're interested in any of the fragrances that I mentioned, make sure you let me know. Don't go blind buying nothing, guys. Make sure you get samples first, okay? Because I don't want to hear nobody angry with me. Don't be mad at me because my nose is not the same, okay? All the fragrances that I recommended today, I recommend because they smell good to me, and they might not smell good to you, y'all. So just make sure you try it for yourself before you buy, because sometimes we can find ourselves being a little disappointed in things that other people like, you know? And fragrance is very personal, so make sure you do your due diligence before you go buying stuff. These things are expensive. If you guys liked today's video, make sure you guys leave me a like, a comment, a little subscribe. That's the way to my heart, right up in there. Hit that button, just like that. And I'll see you guys in my next video.